So with conveyancing, you have definitely got to stay on top of your solicitors, because if not, it will be a little bit like you are one of the chicks in the nest, and the parent will feed the chick that has got its beak up the highest. Okay, the adult bird will feed the chick that's got its beak up the highest. So you've got to make lots of noise. You've got to have your beak up in the air in order for that solicitor to deal with you. And I've been selling a couple of flats in Plymouth, and I got an offer that I accepted in January on one of the flats, and then probably a few months later on one of the other flats. Now then, it's only completing today, the first flat, and I've been stamping my feet up and down. And in the end, what I did is I took some of the other conveyancings off this solicitor. The firm used to be good, but ended up with a different partner who has been slow, right? And so I threatened to take all of my conveyances away, but they got moved to a different partner. Now I left this particular conveyance because it's been quite complex in sorting out leases and freeholds and things like that. I left her in place, but she had a proper shot across her bows, and then ever since she's been good. And finally this one is getting over the line. Now it's just important that you do stay on top of your solicitors, because if you just think, oh, it's with them and things are slow, it might have been sat in an in tray for a month and nothing done unless you keep on top of this stuff. And then your buyers will pull out and the chain falls over and all of that stuff. So please stay on top of your solicitors. Now, one of the things that I've done in the past when I am buying a property, maybe below market value property or something like that, is I've actually used the same firm. So I have covered the seller's fees. And if you're doing quite a few conveyances, you can negotiate a discounted rate from the solicitor. So that's what I've done in the past. But do you know what? Even if you don't get much of a discount, it can still make it worth your while. If you're getting something below market value, then it's probably worth using the same firm with two different partners managing the conveyance. And that is allowed as long as there's a big enough firm. And then when the solicitor says to you, and because you chase and they say, oh, it's with the other side, because that's the solicitor's stock answer when they just can't be asked get into it in their in tray, they say, oh, it's with the other side. I've said in the past, well, why don't you shout across the building to the other side, or shout across the office and get them to pull their finger out then, because it's both with your firm, because the stock answer is with the other side and they forget that actually they are all on the same side, if you do it that way. But if you're not going to be doing that, if you're not going to be, paying for the seller's fees or something like that, and you've got your own firm, please don't assume that they used to be fast and they continue to be fast, because their caseload might be high. You've got to stay on top of them. You've got to keep nudging them. You've got to say, what's the update? If they say it's with the other side, then immediately jump onto the estate agent, if there is one, and say, can you chase the other side then, please? Because then the estate agent will come back to you and say, well, the other side say it's with your side, and then you can start calling bullshit on your solicitor. So hopefully that was of use. Property investing can involve some challenges. It's worth it though. But I just thought I'd share that with you because it's important to keep pushing them. Here's your success in property investing. And remember, from me, the property soldier, your future needs you. Take care.